colors. Summer love, lonesome love, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love, remember when we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love, memories washed in every shade of green in all the colors. Summer love, remember the lazy river day canoe, bathing in the turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon. No place to be and nothing to prove. That's sure something I could use. A cure for the air conditioning blues. Could use some too. A little bit of summer
G'day and welcome back to the Shine Wellbeing Veg Patch. A successful garden really requires a systematic approach, and the easier things are to work with, the easier it is to maintain. And so I have the compost crew's hutches here. So these are our guinea pigs and they make the bulk of our fertilizers. But the problem I have is it's very difficult to get the produce into the cage. So I'm adapting the cage today because I know that this is a barrier to bringing up a material for the compost crew, and it just makes it so much easier if you can just flip the lid open and pop the material in. So I'm working on taking off this panel and I'm installing some stainless steel hinges here. Well, normally I'd have to undo the side door, but the problem there is that there's an opportunity for a guinea pig to run out, or it's hard to get the material in. So I'm just making things simpler. As you know, I'm a lazy gardener, and I like to make things easy for myself, and that's how I keep the areas of the Shyamul Being Veg Patch well maintained. The compost crew turn garden waste into the most incredible pelletized manure in no time. There we are. Magic. That is just brought me so much joy. It's such a simple change, but it's just going to make things so much easier and simpler moving forward. I've just gathered up a bounty for the compost crew, and it's going to be so easy just to pop it in through the top. And they sound happy about it as well. Look how gorgeous they are. They're just coming along so nicely. We've got some flowers, we've got some in fruit, and some are ripe and ready to go. I cannot wait to enjoy that. But first we've got to sort out some of our snail issues. Now they love this arbor with the passion fruit, and as you can see I've gathered quite a few this morning. Unfortunately for them, they're going to be a protein source for the hens. Now the hens really enjoy them, so it's not a problem that we've got snails in the garden, because with a little bit of time and harvesting of them, they become an incredible protein source for our rescue hens. Checking in on the doves, so beautiful. Now our next project is on the kumquat area. We're going to be renovating this entire space, and this is an old bluestone circle, and it came from Campbelltown many years ago, and it originates from about 1890. And we're going to take it out and then reinstate it here around the crabapple. Now I've already started taking some of them out, and you can see they're really quite large and incredibly heavy. So I've just maneuvered them by hand, but it's a slow, steady process. Thank goodness for my weightlifting background. I really enjoy working with the stone. It's just so grounded and beautiful to work with. Now this is going to have a whole new area developed around it, so it won't look like that forever. And look how beautiful that looks now. I've just popped in some extra compost, re-leveled the inside of that area, and then popped down some sugarcane mulch on top. And I think this crabapple is going to love its new home. Moving on to a future project now. I can't wait to share this one with you. It's still under creation, so I'll share more on that in the future. But look at my hands. I've got paint, I've got mud, I've got it all. So I'm going to use the lavender sugar scrub from last week's video, and it's great because it moisturizes your hands while it scrubs them at the same time. So if you want to make your own, there is a video available on the channel for that. Now to my favorite part, lunch. This is such a great easy lunch. So you would have seen this morning I was preparing that while I made breakfast. Our next project is creating something new from old. Now out here I've got a beautiful Muhlenbeckia that I've had for a couple of years now. So I'm planning to make some beautiful topiary from this Muhlenbeckia. But first we've got to get it started. So I've just trimmed off some pieces and we'll head back in and set them up into cuttings. So you'll see there's just a small leaf just above where my scissors are, and I'm cutting just at the bottom of that leaf. And that is where the bulk of the hormones for rooting will come from. And then we'll pop that into some water. And again, same process over and over. You want to strip off about half of the leaves of your Muhlenbeckia cuttings. And you want them to be maybe a palm's length long or so. And I just pop mine into fresh water, and this tends to work pretty well. But I do change the water every 3 or 4 days. Well, that is me done for the day. I'm going to sit here and enjoy the view. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for joining me. Shine on.